All right. Hello, everyone. Hi, how are you? This is Kei. This is the 25th of February, 2023. And this is on Saturday. So, happy weekend, everyone. And thank you very much for coming back to my YouTube channel. And this is a live stream. So, yeah. I hope you're having a great day, great weekend. So today, I wanted to talk about some trade psychology because markets are closed. So I would like to talk about some topics about psychology. And I haven't prepared any specific topics today, but I wanted to share one of the interesting stats on my YouTube channel, which I did for my community members. So first, let me show that, and then we discuss some other topics too. But yeah, thank you very much for joining, everyone. Okay, Master of, thanks so much for joining. Good to see you. And Christopher, good to see you too. And Unlook, good to see you too. JKN, good to see you too. Thanks so much for joining. And SAS, thanks for joining. TikTok, and Rain, good to see you. And Robert, thanks so much for joining. Yeah, JKN, again, good to see you. James and Win, thank you very much for joining today. So, yeah, I haven't been able to do live for the last couple of days because I was a bit busy because I had some friends coming over from different countries and I was having some nice time with them, so I wasn't able to do live. So yeah, today I wanted to talk about some topics. Oh, before that, I have recently edited my profile page. So if you can come to my web page, this is my web page, and click on Kei's profile, and you can see my profile. So I have edited some of the lines, some of the sentences and messages. So feel free to look into it. I have also a trade history of mine in 2022, and ever since I started my trading journey 2013, I have posted all my trade history. And 2021 onwards, you can click here and you get you can actually view the video on each month every year, 2021, 2022. So please feel free to check my performance. So yeah, and if you haven't seen this profile page yet, please do, and so that you know about myself more, and maybe you can relate some of your experience with me. So that's something I did recently. So, oh yeah, and also I asked this question to the community, which is, which trading account are you using now? And this was a bit surprise because I thought more members are using the demo account, but as it turns out, demo account 32% and live account 60%. And don't have account yet 8%. So I got 495 votes, and this was the result. So yeah, this was a bit surprising for me because I thought more traders are using demo account in my YouTube. So this also reflects me that money management and psychology management becomes a big part. Because if you're using demo account, then psychology may be not much, or your risk management may not be that much than live account. Yeah, the year of 2023, the topic for me is the psychology. So I felt this also reminds me that I will be talking more deeper level of psychology topics in this year. So, and also when exactly to change from demo to live account is also, I think, one of the other topics, and I will talk about that based on my own experience too. But anyways, that was a bit surprising outcome, so that's why I just wanted to share it with everyone. So yeah, let's see. So today, this is just like a free talk every Saturdays. So yeah, let me just reply comments, or I talk about some things, topics in today's live stream. So okay, let me see. Oh, I see one comment from Tengo. He says, "Hi Mr. K, I got a big loss because moved the stop loss 2 weeks ago and now recover my account with 3 win trades." Okay, that's good. We have recovered your account with 3 win trades. So that means you have a better risk management skill now. I think your losses are becoming smaller and your winners are getting bigger. And this is how you make profits in the long run. I mean, in trading, you can actually make profits 1 trade, 2 trades. I think it's a bit easier because sometimes you make a lucky shot, sometimes the trend persists for a long time, and you make big pips. You make big profits in 1 single trade or a couple of trades. But the question is if you can keep trading and keep making profits in the long run. And that is much more difficult than just win a single trade. Maybe you know already, but this is a reality. But I think how to overcome the fear of the losses is to, of course, to be consistent, but not only be consistent, but also to keep the losses small and make the rewards bigger and bigger. And that's why I choose myself to become a trend follower. I never became a contrarian trade, or I was scalping before. Sometimes I was taking trades contrarian, but it was very stressful. So simply when I see the trends in the market, I take trades, but whenever the market's ranging, I simply stay away. So that's how I balance between my trading time and non-trading time. And also, a little bit of a story myself is that I thought after I finish, or even before I quit my full-time job, I thought if I take trades more, then I thought I can make profits more. But that was my mistake also. Because the reality was that because the more I took trade, the more I lost. And that is reflected again in this profile page. If you can look at my performance in the year of 2013, it was minus 12,531 USD in 1 year. Of course, within the year, there were some months that was profitable or losing, but overall losses has been a bit more, much more. So I thought I would become more profitable, but the reality was wrong. So I was trying to find a way how to be less is more comes to reality, like how to take less trades and how to make more profits. And the only way I could do was to become a trend follower, so that whenever the market trends, I take trades, but whenever the market range, I stay away. So at first, it was difficult to adjust my psychology that way because I was more aggressive. You know, if I don't take trade today, if I have no trades today, then there's no point of being a full-time trader. I was thinking like that. So I used to take like 30 trades per day. I was scalper, 30 trades, 20 trades per day, and 600 trades per month. And then in the end, I was losing. So it was really difficult, extremely difficult. time. But I didn't stop. Didn't want to stop because I quit my job, and to my colleagues I said goodbye. I will make more profits than working regularly as a full-time worker. And when I see you guys next time, I said I will be rich, and maybe I can teach you trade. I said that to my colleagues. So then I left and I lost, and it was kind of shame that I lost, but I couldn't come back I didn't want to come back to the company because it was too embarrassing to do. So instead, I kept focusing to improve my trades, how to overcome these losses, and I never stopped. And finally, from the third year, I started to make profits, but that wasn't enough. The profit made on the third year was not enough to support my life. And 2016, 2017, somehow I was able to generate the profits that I used to make as a full-time worker. So after that, I started to make my living myself more comfortably. But before that, it was really difficult. Again, there were some months that was profitable, but more losing months than profitable months, and that was my struggle. Because I had no mentors, and simply I had no traders friends around me, simply myself only trading and looking for a way to be profitable. And it was painful, it was stressful, but at the same time, it was kind of fun to improve my trades and to overcome the process of overcoming these losses. So I never quit, and finally I became a full-time. I was already become full-time in 2013, but finally I started to make profits, and I was able to move to Dubai last year. So it was a long journey, but looking back my trading career, I thought I made a right decision, because if I keep working as a full-time worker in that company, I will never know what I will be doing now. I may think to start to retire, or I may be in some different country as expat sometimes, but I will never know how I will be living in that company. So that was my whole journey. But coming back to the comment again, I think big losses happens. Big losses do happen, but if you never give up and make sure to keep your losses small with a decent risk management skill, then you should be fine. You can recover your account and you can make profits. I'm not sure how many trades you took 2 weeks, two losses, but only 3 win trades covered the previous losses. And this is definitely because your risk reward ratio become much better, and also you start to manage the risk side, not the profit side, but you start to manage the risk side, and that is more important in trading. But thank you so much for the comment. So let me check some other comments. Alright, just thank you for joining. Alright, and Chris, good to see you too. Thanks for joining from Germany. And Towan, John, good to see you. You Rich, thanks so much for joining. Good to see you. So today's Saturday, the market's closed. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know about myself, about my trades, or about psychology, risk management, or anything. I will try to cover as many questions as possible in today's live stream. So you get the whole history of my career, my educational background, and Yeah, my 4 phases in my life and everything. Yeah, okay. Pratish says, how did you learn English? Do you miss Japan? Yes, I have learned English in the US. I went to the college. Before I went to college, I was in the language school because I never spoke English before. So I went to language school to learn English as a second language in Irvine, California. That was my start. Yeah, before I went to the US, I wasn't able to speak one single word. I mean, I was able to understand, but the education in English in Japan is just to pass exams and just to get into the universities. And we are not really trained to speak. And that's why I wasn't able to speak. But although I knew some words, grammars, vocabularies I knew, but speaking, I wasn't trained in Japan. So that was the case. Even after I started this YouTube, I had a big struggle because I was learning Forex trading all in Japanese. Even Ichimoku, even like these small technical terms of trading, I was all using in Japanese. So when I first started my YouTube to share my trades, my strategies to my friends in YouTube in English, it was even very difficult because some of the terms are completely different from Japanese. But it's fun. It's fun to learn something new. And yeah, now I'm learning Arabic. So this is my next language. Okay, Michael says, good morning. Should a trader increase his leverage even marginally as his account grows? Okay, I think that's a good question. In terms of the leverage, I don't recommend you to increase. I recommend you to increase the lot size according to the stop loss, but the leverage should be the same. Yeah, actually that was my mistake also. Like when you grow account, let's say you start with $10,000 account and you make it double to $2,000 account. But if you leverage more, then you may lose more too at the same time. This is in terms of the not only the risk percent, but in terms of leverage, it should be the same. It should be just smaller. Now in my broker, I'm using leverage up to 50. 1 to 50 is my my account in the broker. But when I take trades, I never use leverage 50. With my strategy, with my risk management, it will be impossible to use leverage 50. So I have a room to use leverage up to 50 with my plan of the account, but every time I take trades, I only use leverage up to 20. And I think as long as you keep your risk per trade to stop loss to be 2%, then you will never use the big leverage. But you can compound, because let's say you take $10,000 to trade in your account, and in $10,000 account, your lot size may be only 1. Let's say your stop loss is 20 pips and your lot size may be around 1 lot, let's say. But the risk to stop loss remains 2%. So when you lose, when the market goes back and hit your stop loss, you lose 2%, which is $200. But then if you increase account to 20,000 USD, but let's say you take the stop loss 20 pips, but you don't go with the 1 lot anymore, you go with 2 lot. So you double account, double the lot size with the same stop loss pips. And then whenever you lose, that will be 2%. So if you have $2,000 account, and if the price hit the stop loss with a 2% risk per trade, then you will lose $400, which is also 2% to $20,000. So I think the risk management is more important because this is universal. So I will never recommend you to increase the leverage. You can increase the lot size, increase the trading amount, but never increase the risk per trade and never increase the leverage. I hope you get what I mean in that sense. Yeah. Let's say when you make profits and you increase leverage, increase risk per trade, then the next trade may be more losses, and if it goes on, then you may lose more and you may blow account easily. So never overconfident on your risk management. Always keep the same risk per trade to stop loss, but increase the lot size according to how much you have, then should be fine. But same is true in opposite way too. Like when you lose, let's say you have $10,000 and your account becomes $5,000, then you have to decrease the lot size. Never increase leverage, never decrease the leverage, but decrease the lot size to make it 2% to stop loss is the very important risk management strategy. Okay, but I hope it makes sense. I have some of the videos in the past about risk management, so you can view these videos and you may be able to get what I say in this regard. Okay, let's see. Forex Shredder, good to see you. And Larry Crypto, good to see you too. Thanks so much for joining. Okay, James says, I tried out Forex Tester 5 demo, traded all currencies I could for the 1 month you able to. I did notice that when taking a trade on Forex Tester and MT4, the sound when taking the trade act like a gun shooting and setting off emotions. Yeah, that's true. That's true. After fully using demo as much as I can, I did trade Friday 2 trades. One is in profit still running and other small win. I did notice emotions had died down when executing trades, hearing the sound afterwards. Okay. Yeah, that sound, I don't like that sound either, to be honest. When you execute the trade on MT4, MT5, or the Forex Tester, it sounds like a gun shooting. Yeah, I can see that. I can hear that too. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I mean, you'll get used to it. Maybe you can turn off, you can mute the speaker and take trades. Yeah, if it affects your emotion, just turn off the speaker next time. But it's good that you start to run profits in Friday. That's good. Okay. Yeah, Young, thanks for joining. Good to see you. And Brandon, good to see you too. Thanks so much. Okay, Prestige says, do you withdraw money from your portfolio? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I don't do it every month, but when once in a while, every 3 months to 6 months, I withdraw money. Yes. Okay, Photo, good to see you. Again, thanks for joining. Good to see you too. Alright, Tango, I love your story at 2013. I have the same condition with you at 2013. I also on the way to be a full-time trader. Okay, sure. Yes. Good luck and best wishes on your journey. Yeah, let me pop up my some of the website here. Maybe this is phase A, age 20 onwards. Maybe you can read while I'm talking. Yeah, like this way. Okay, so let's see. Jimmy says, hi Kei, what I need if I want to do a Forex trader in Japan? Well, in Japan, you need to find a broker, the broker in Japan to trade. Also, you have to have a bank account in Japan. In terms of visa, I'm not sure, so I recommend you to ask someone, maybe government. But yeah, to start Forex in Japan, the same. Pretty much same as other countries. Just have the bank account and find a broker, then should be fine. I was using SBI and Rakuten before, and they were good in Japan. Okay, John says, what actually made you realize that Forex is what you wanted to try and continue, or that moment of decision to give it your all? Forex is what I wanted to try and continue. Yeah, so I simply wanted to try Forex, and because this was my new thing in my life, and it was all interesting to see these candlestick moves, and which reflect the psychology of the traders, and that was really interesting, and that's why I simply started my trades. Yeah, so that was what was happening with me. Yeah. Okay, Christopher says, I share your sentiment, Master K. I felt like I have to trade as often as possible in order to make enough money. Definitely a wrong mindset. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, it's up to the strategy. If the strategy works in a way that more trades and more profits, then it's fine. And also I think it's about the personality. Some of the traders may enjoy taking trades more, and taking more opportunities more in the markets. But for me, it wasn't the case. I found myself to be more like relaxed, and to want to enjoy my life. At the same time, I don't want to spend so much time in trading, but rather I like to do other things besides trades, and that was myself. I like to see charts. I like to see charts moving. It was all interesting, but when it comes to the number of trades, I didn't want to. Sometimes I felt kind of lonely, and I felt so stressful whenever I have opportunities in front of myself in the chart. I wasn't able to go out. I wasn't able to spend time with my family, my friends, and I wasn't able to read some books and do some activities myself, because I was too much caught up on the trades in the markets, and I didn't like it. So that's why I completely shifted myself to day to swing trade as a trend follower. Yeah, otherwise, I won't be able to do YouTube like this, or I won't be able to do other services like I do now. If I trade every time, every day, 20 trades, 30 trades, then I will never be able to do what I'm doing right now. So I think I made the right choice in that sense. Yeah, Homan. Oh, hi, how are you? Thanks for joining. And yeah, you're welcome about yesterday's video. It was one of the highlights of your question. So yeah, you're welcome. All right, VK, good to see you. Okay, Brandon says, can you share your greatest vision for GTS for mentoring? What do you mean by the greatest vision for GTS? If you can break it down, that would be great. Yeah. Okay, Michael and Rajesh, good to see you. Okay, John says risk per trade as in the percentage of the stop loss. That's right. Yeah. Anne says although the Kumo twist is invisible, but Senko span B flat, should I wait for or enter anyway? Senko span B flat, it's okay. As long as the Kumo twist and Kijun Sen bullish, you can look for an entry chance. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Hold on, let me see. Alright, thank you so much for joining everyone, good to see you. When trading with the mini or micro lots, it's usually 2% stop loss. Yeah, it depends on how much you have in your account. Yeah, but 2% is a rule to stop loss. As a risk management, at least for me. It's my rule. Yes. Yeah, James, you're welcome. No problem. Okay. Alright, Carbon, thanks for joining. Anne says, if the price is stuck between Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, what does that mean? So that means when the price, let's say when it's uptrending and the price is in between Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, that means the market is hold on, let's see, maybe in the case of like this one, for example, yeah, like this, when the price is in between Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen, simply Tenkan-sen shows the short term, Kijun-sen is a mid-term, and the Senko span B is a long term. When the price is in between Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, this means it's bullish in the mid to long term, but it's bearish in the short term. That's what it means. This is the nature of Ichimoku. Alright, AZ, good to see you. Okay, Brandon says, I'm considering the prop firms, but the time limit for passing is very strict. How can one handle the fear and greed under the stress? So first, I think the timing to start is really important. When the market's quiet, when the market is really ranging, you never want to start your challenge. At least you want to start challenge when the market's active, so that your passing chance becomes higher, is my recommendation. Yeah, I think when to start is really important in these challenges. Also avoid the first week of the months, because first weeks of months in Forex we have many big news. So if you start in the first week of the months, you may be spiky, the markets may be spiky, and you may get stopped out many times, and you may end the challenge. So I recommend you to start on the second week of the months. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Let me check some comments also. JKN says, Kei, could you start to make a weekly reading on Bitcoin from Ichimoku perspective? My main focus on crypto, and it will be extremely valuable. Okay, since, okay, hold on, let me also read. Recently joined your community and studying in depth of your book, and it's what I've been waiting for years to find out about Ichimoku. Thanks a lot for sharing your knowledge. Oh, you're most welcome, most welcome. So since you're the Ichimoku member, please ask that question in the Ichimoku membership, which happens after this in about 25 minutes. Then I can take a look at deeper analysis of the cryptos or Bitcoin today. Yeah, Ichimoku is really profound. Ichimoku is really profound, very deep, but it's usually misunderstood. It's easily misunderstood because, yeah, I guess not many traders read the original Ichimoku books. So even in Japan, sometimes the way to view Ichimoku is misunderstood, and they don't really respect the 5 lines. Sometimes I've seen some traders say Kumo doesn't work, or Chikou span doesn't work, or Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen doesn't work, and so on. but it's all wrong actually. Ichimoku as 5 lines is complete. So that's the Ichimoku here. Okay, let's see. And says when the price starts to go sideways and gets closer to Kumo, plus Kumo goes flat, does that mean the price might reverse? So again, when price starts to go sideways and gets closer to Kumo, plus Kumo goes flat, does that mean the price might reverse? Yes, that's right. That means the price may reverse. So this is some of the basic of Ichimoku. Is that so first, let's say when Kumo went flat was like around this area. You see Kumo flat. So in this case, the Senko span B flat, Senko span A also flat. So Senko span B is the upper part of the Kumo and the Senko span A is the lower part of the Kumo. Okay, and also Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen here. Kijun-sen is a green one, which shows the mid price of the market, and so midterm of the market. And Tenkan-sen, the blue one, shows the short-term market momentum, and Senko span B shows the long-term market momentum. Okay, and Chikou span also shows the midterm market momentum. So this yellow line is called the Chikou span. So Chikou span is not the mid price. This is only the close price of the current candlesticks. And this is a line chart. And this Chikou span is shifted 26 candles backwards. But to come back to the question, when price goes sideways like this and gets closer to Kumo, and Kumo goes flat, does that mean the price might reverse? And the answer is correct. In this case, the price is sideways, Kumo flat. But if the price breaks the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, then it may break Kumo. That is possible. However, before the market breaks Kumo, before the market breaks the Senko span B, there is Senko span A. So to make the long story short, Senko span A is the supportive line to Senko span B. So that means when the price gets into Senko span A, that means the market may break the Senko span B. But the area between Senko span A and B, which is called Kumo, is where the fight between the long-term sellers and short-term and mid-term buyers fight. This is where the fight gets heated, and that's where the Kumo is, basically. So when the price gets into Kumo like this, then we can expect that the market spikes a lot. And most likely it won't break the Kumo straight. Most likely it range, and then finally breaks the Kumo, breaks the Senko span B, like this way. But Senko span B as the mid price for the last 52 candles, the price come back to Senko span B at some point. Price should come back to Senko span B at some point, and then once it breaks Senko span B, that is considered to be the new uptrend after that. So this is the basic idea of the Kumo breakout. So first, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen break happens while they become flat. And then you will see Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen gold cross. Tenkan-sen comes above the Kijun-sen. And then as the market goes up, the price gets into Senko span A, price gets into the Kumo itself, and then Chikou span break happened. Chikou span becomes above the candles, but the price still below the Senko span B. And this time still it's ranging. This is ranging to the potential bullish trend, but it doesn't confirm the reverse still, because the Kumo breakout is not happening yet. And then finally, when the market breaks Kumo, that's when the market turns from bearish to bullish in all the terms, in short to mid to long term. So Ichimoku is all about terms. Ichimoku is all about the equilibrium in 3 terms, from short to mid to long term. So when the price breaks the Tenkan-sen, which is a short term, then here in this case, this was actually another question for today's live stream. When the price is in between Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, this means that the short term buyers are dominant. So in terms of equilibrium, this is towards bull biased. The equilibrium is towards bullish side in the short term. But the price is below Kijun-sen Kumo, so long term to mid term sellers are still dominant. And then when the price breaks the Kijun-sen, like in this example, when the price breaks the Kijun-sen, this means that the now buyers are dominant in the mid to short term. Mid to short term, the buyers become dominant, but there is strong sellers, which is shown by the Kumo. There is a strong seller still in the market, so it may be downtrend still. In terms of the price action, if you only look at the price action, you see W bottom here. So you may think that this is reverse. The market may reverse back, you may think. However, in terms of Ichimoku, this is still bearish. This is range to still bearish in the long term because the price is still below Kumo. And as I mentioned before, the thickness of the Kumo is here. So once the price gets into Kumo, most likely it doesn't break straight like this way, but most likely it spikes in range, sometimes becomes the fake Kumo breakout bearish, and then may go up this way too. So whenever you see the price within the Kumo, then I always say you have to stay away. This is not the market to be in a trade, because this is like the airplanes going into the storm, and it may be very spiky and very scary. Yeah, when I was on airplane on the way from Japan to Dubai, there was a big air pocket, and once the airplane goes into the air pocket, it just goes down, and I was so shocked. I was sleeping, but I woke up and I thought something happened, but the airplane was into the air pocket in a storm, and it just happened like that. So the price action becomes really unpredictable when the price is in the Kumo, so most likely it happens. And then finally, the price breaks Kumo, then it finds the new uptrend this way. So this is basic idea of Ichimoku 5 lines. So here, after this, the market went up, but then it was resisted by the Kumo. On the next candlestick, it became a doji. This is called doji because open price, close price at the same level here. Very tiny body because of that. And this is the doji candlestick. And doji means range. This is 4-hour chart. So within the 4 hour, the market was not trending. It was ranging. So in theory, we have to wait for the break towards either direction. If doji breaks bullish on the next candlestick, then I think somehow the market goes up and breaks Kumo eventually. But if the doji breaks bearish, then downtrend may be continuous. And then after that, the market broke that, market broke that doji bearish, and it just goes down this way. So there was a little bit of the price action, but that's a basic understanding of the 5 lines of Ichimoku. So that's how you can think about Ichimoku 5 lines. this is kind of like a basic, but if you every time you check charts by Ichimoku, always keep in mind in your short-term participants and mid-term participants and long-term participants and what they're doing by 5 lines. So yeah, that's a Ichimoku 5 lines analysis. But yeah, I really want everyone to have the correct idea of Ichimoku and master Ichimoku like I do, so that you can save time, not only make profits, but also to save time and to be able to see markets in different angle, but in more effective way, in this way. Okay, let me see. Ashish says, how can I practice Ikigai to improve my life? How did you find yours? Oh, that's a long story. I think I will talk about that in the future live stream or the video. But yeah, wow, it's nice that you know the term Ikigai, like meaning of life. Yeah. So yeah, that let me talk maybe sometime later. Yeah. Okay, Chana, yes, you can analyze DXY by Ichimoku. That's possible. Yes. Ichimoku can be used on any markets. In any markets. Oh, that's how you turn off the bell, the sound on the MT4. Okay, I didn't know. That's nice. Good to know. Trading with Travis, thanks for joining. Good to see you. Ken, you're welcome. Oh, you love my BNF video? Oh, thank you very much. Yep. Thank you very much for the comment. Gustavo, also good to see you. Anne says, which one is the most efficient price target calculation method? V, N, NT, or E? Any is efficient. Any. You can choose any because Ichimoku is not predict the future. So whenever the price, whichever the price respects, you can take it. Sometimes becomes N, sometimes V, sometimes NT, and sometimes E. It depends on how the market grows. So these are not like a magic targets. These are just a future reference. If the market reaches there, you take profit. Just a reference point. Okay, Daniel says, what other indicators have you used before using Ichimoku? I was using so many indicators like RSI, MACD. I was using moving averages, multiple moving averages like GMMA. I was using GMMA and RSI method, and it worked pretty well. But as you can see my result, in the end it was not really good. Like here. But yeah, I was using GMMA, RSI, MACD, stochastic of course, and what else? I was using parabolics and also pivot points. Yeah, and some of the paid indicators, custom indicators I was using too. I was even using Ichimoku like a double Kumo or double Chikou span, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen with the different settings, and I was changing the settings of Ichimoku too in the past. Yeah, so I tried so many things. And I quit. I quit now. I simply use the default Ichimoku and just candlesticks, and that's it for higher time frames. Okay, new trader says how to use Ichimoku to set stop loss and take profit. For the stop loss, it depends on which participants you want to follow. If you want to follow the short term, then Tenkan-sen should be your stop loss. If you want to follow the mid-term, then Kijun-sen should be your stop loss. And if you want to follow the long term, then Senko Span B should be your stop loss. So it depends on your trading style, which one you want to follow. In terms of targets, you can use the Ichimoku theory targets. V target, N target, NT, or E target, and there are some other variations also in the targets. Okay, so this is already 6:51 now here, so I have more comments, more questions, but sorry, I have to go now, so let me finish the live stream for today. But yeah, thank you very much for joining today. Also, it was nice talking, nice reading comments, and yeah, nice to see everyone's comments and also names. So again, thank you very much for your continuous support. The year of 2023 is the psychology year for me, so I will talk more and more about psychology and maybe make new videos and yeah, talk about the importance of how to manage the psychology in trades. And also one last comment is that the upcoming GTS in April 2023 is coming close, and there are some 2 seats available. So if you're interested, please let me know. Let me know by email. There's an address on the below description, and please let me know. Okay, and to those who are Ichimoku members, there will be Ichimoku membership live in about 7 minutes. I will talk about the Ichimoku philosophy, and we will check some charts based on Ichimoku theories. So I will see you there also, and have a great weekend. Thank you very much again. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you very much.